at the sold-out and noisy Oracle Arena. It's the Chicago Bulls facing the Golden State Warriors, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for Chicago right now, Rose is the one with Butler as the two. Mirotic out there with Doug McDermott. And it's Gasol at the pivot spot, manning the middle. We all know about the Splash Brothers, but it seems everyone on Golden State now can hit a three. They set a franchise record in made threes last year at 883 triples.
Incredible.
Wow.
I mean, they can stretch you out as well as anyone, and it's why they are so good going small. I mean, they did lead the league in three-point percentage last year, making almost 40% of those threes.
The kick outside to Butler. McDermott passes to Mirotic. Butler on the wing. 6 to shoot. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
It's Curry outside, and the Warriors get it back. Butler against Thompson. 5 on the clock. Fades and shoots. They kick it out to Green. Lets it go from deep. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Green. Thompson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. There's Rose with the three. Ball's knocked loose. And Mirotic kicks to McDermott to the left side wing. Rose dishes to McDermott. The three-pointer, no good.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Chicago making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah, right,
No,
right,
my goodness.
Right. He probably just thrown on as a broadcaster and rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. Chicago with the ball. The Warriors making the shot. And Brooks, here we go. The rebound by Ezeli.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Livingston, that's good.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Here's Gibson. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Gibson's got his first bucket in this one. Stolen by Brooks. And now Brooks running the floor all by himself. Here is Livingston. Passes it to Ezeli. No luck. Great defense that time from Noah. 2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Harrison Barnes. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Moore's checked in. Brooks outside. Inside. No good. The Warriors go the other way with it. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. And Gibson over to help. Here is Livingston. Clock at 4. Puts it up from 17. Shot is off.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Warriors lead by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp. Not much stagnation at all on offense.
Taking a look at the Bulls. McDermott is out there with Portis. Then there's E'Twaun Moore. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Gasol at the center position. Rose passes to McDermott. Back to Rose. And the bank shot is good. Rose has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Bulls. It's stolen by Rose. Pass to Portis. Back to Rose. Shot on the wing. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's his first foul. Butler, he's checked in for E'Twaun Moore. Here is Livingston. He's covered by Rose. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often. A winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Takes the 3. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here is Livingston. He's got 6. And that one's good. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Rose attacking. And the rejection by Ezeli.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Here's Portis. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Livingston. Rebound by the Bulls.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Puts up the baby hook. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. And the Warriors with some changes. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Justin Holiday. There's 1:38 left here in the second. Outside Curry. From deep. The rebound by Gibson.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost plus 15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they won.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Aaron Brooks. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
It's stolen by Bogut. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, impressive effort from both on the backboard.
Golden State's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. The Bulls have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Aaron Brooks got that bucket in no time at all. 6 points for Aaron Brooks.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And the shot is good.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first quarter.
Oh!
How about that, Kevin?
What range on that shot. Unbelievable. It's amazing. And the first half comes to a close. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
Curry from deep three-point range. There's the dish to McDermott. Here's Mirotic. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
Bulls making a switch here. Portis is checked in. And again, no good by Chicago.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Rose with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Gasol. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Curry gets the bucket.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And Butler, here we go. No luck. Curry with the defensive effort. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Butler goes in, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Andrew Bogut. Bulls shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw good from Butler.
And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
And the Bulls making a change here. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gasol. Gibson comes in for Portis. Dunleavy's checked in for McDermott. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. It's Curry outside. Chicago grabs the miss. Gibson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. As you mentioned, the Bulls added veteran leaders last season. Pau Gasol was the notable one. 11 Bulls, Clark, had playoff experience prior to their postseason run the season ago.
And that's invaluable, Kevin, to have that kind of experience. I mean, having Gasol, 2-time champion in the locker room, big, as is having almost a dozen guys who understand the intensity and the details that playoff basketball requires.
Morris checked in for the Bulls. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Brooks. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow. But Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Poked loose to the right side. Moore. They get the rebound and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Chicago shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Livingston, that's good.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
And Brooks, here we go. An even 3-on-3 break. Shoots from 12. Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg,
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Warriors lead by 13. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Taking a look at the Bulls. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Pau Gasol is out there with Mirotic. And it's McDermott in at the 3 spot. And they'll keep possession. Ezeli kicks to Livingston. Stolen by Rose. They push it up 4-on-3. Iguodala, no good. Barbosa with the steal. Here's Livingston. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity. I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Ezeli kicks to Spates. Chicago grabs the miss. Gasol's got his 4th rebound in this one. Rose dishes to Mirotic. The pass to McDermott. From past the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Rose can't hit.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
Man, I got to pick my jaw up off the floor after that one, guys. And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. Free throw good, Livingston. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups form in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Here's Gasol, and the layup's good off the glass. Gasol's got 4 points in the quarter.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
And Gasol sends it back. In transition, here come the Bulls. And it's Butler with the jam.
You know, no time wasted getting that ball up the floor for the uncontested finish. Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly. Eventually pulled it together and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
Bulls trailed by 11. Here's Rose. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And the layup is up and in.
That is really poor defensive awareness. I mean, he's one guy you don't want to give any space to. You've got to stay attached and connected.
Livingston passes to Ezeli. It's Iguodala with the drive. Good D by Gasol.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Here's Ezeli. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got his 3rd rebound on the night. McDermott kicks to Butler. Sinks the three-pointer. Butler's got 10 points in just the second half.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Here's Curry. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Curry's got 30.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And so Butler nails both of them.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Here's Chicago. He dishes it to Mirotic. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green. So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And so Butler nails both of them.
They really had to have those free throws. It's down to a 1-possession lead.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
Can't hit. Curry with some nice D.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 6. 11 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And they still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Yeah, but they need some help. They're going to need some help any way you look at it. I mean, they're hoping for some missed free throws at the other end.
Thompson. Offline. So we see the Warriors get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their
lined up for you today as the Golden State Warriors come in for this one. Welcome to New York, home court advantage for the Knicks. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
Boy, for the Knicks last season, saying it was rough is an understatement. There was a lot of turbulence, and some of it was due to their defense. They just had a difficult time stringing together stops and cutting down opponents' scoring chances.
And it's a Flalo penetrating. Porzingis passes to a flight. Can't cash in from close range. Now the Warriors moving it up. Barnes got the ball. Curry outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 6 points for Steph Curry. Over the Knicks last season, Greg, the defense a problem for them, specifically how they defended against perimeter shots, and in particular the three.
38%, Kevin, of the threes against them went in. That was by far the worst in the league, and it's a big reason why they would end the year with the worst margin of victory in the NBA. How about minus 9.3?
Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And finished off by Bogut.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Passes it to Porzingis. And he goes in for the dunk.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Curry kicks to Bogut. Back to Curry. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Curry's got 8 points.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100% can't do better than that.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Green dishes to Bogut. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Sasha Vujacic is checked in for Aaron Aflalo.
Checking in for your Knicks, Sasha.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Green passes to Thompson. The shot is off.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Here's Anthony. And the shot falls short this time.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Green with the rebound.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Barnes can't get it to go.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Williams gets the bucket.
Oh, he got him. Gorgeous reverse.
Pass to Barnes. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Here's Calderon. Here's Porzingis. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Green. Here's Barnes. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Sasha Vujacic.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Porzingis. Lopez comes in for Anthony. Langston Galloway's checked in for Williams. And it's Grant in for Jose Calderon. Spates with the block. And here we go with Barbosa heading to the hoop. As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
Kicks to Livingston. Vicious to Spates. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Spates.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
And stolen by Spates. Here's Ezeli. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Warriors lead by 11. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Warriors?
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
We've got Anthony. He's out there with Aflalo. Grant is out there with Robin Lopez. And it's Galloway in the two spot. There, the group New York will start the second one. Here's Grant. And it's going to be two free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Knicks making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Curry kicks to Green. Knicks with the rebound. Anthony drives in, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And again, no good by Golden State.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
There's no doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Calderon in for Grant. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Williams.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they've done a great job to get back within striking distance. Really a solid comeback effort here.
From beyond the arc. And that comes off the assist by Calderon. Calderon's got 3 assists in the game. Curry outside. Again, Curry missing. And the Knicks with possession. They picked up 11 straight.
Well, I know last year the Knicks seemed to me to be very passive offensively, and that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense, but they never seem to attack the rim at all.
Calderon dishes to Williams. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-handed.
Sasha Vujacic is checked in for New York. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. It's Anthony with the drive. Off the mark, and he's 2 of 8 for the game. Dives for it. It's stolen by Calderon. To the middle. Speights with the block. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession. So for the Knicks, Seraphin comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Williams. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Livingston. Warriors leading by 5. Clark the pass to Speights. .131 left in the first half. Livingston kicks to Iguodala, but they recover it. It's Rush outside. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Calderon dishes to Galloway. He kicks it to Calderon. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Calderon's got 5 points so far.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
And that is good. Iguodala's got his second basket.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Calderon for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Here's Galloway. Pass to Porzingis. There's the 3. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far. And that one's good by Clark. Now it's a 5-point Warrior lead.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Calderon, that's good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Warriors ahead, leading by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Really an incredible game so far from Derek Williams.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Really an incredible game so far from Derek Williams.
just in attack mode. He was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes at the 3 slot. Anthony. And that comes off the assist by Calderon. Calderon's got 4 assists in the game.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
To tie, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Bogut's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Curry attacking. Green, the pass to Barnes. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again. I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Lopez comes in for Porzingis, and it's Grant in for Jose Calderon. Grant kicks to Williams. Knocked away. It's stolen by Bogut. Here's Curry with the 3, and he gets it to go. Curry's got 15.
You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or 2, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And stolen by Barnes. And Thompson throws it down.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over. How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time. You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
It's stolen by Bogut to the left side wing. On its way from Curry for 2. And another basket for Golden State.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Sasha Vujacic is checked in for Williams. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. Golden State also making some changes. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. And it's Barbosa in for Barnes. Galloway, no good.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Lopez kicks to Vujacic. Here's Galloway, covered by Barbosa. The pass to Vujacic. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Curry. He feeds it to Green. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
46.
Iguodala dishes to Barbosa. Green passes to Barbosa. Soft touch off the glass. Barbosa's got his first points in this one.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Now, here's Grant. Defense right on him. Galloway kicks to Grant. And Leandro Barbosa gets the whistle that time. Jose Calderon, he's checked in for Grant. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Ian Clark comes in for Leandro Barbosa. Galloway kicks to Calderon. Inside. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 9 in the bucket from Porzingis.
Oh, I love that dish down low. And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he does.
And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Here's Livingston. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Knicks trailed by 7. Calderon is out there with Vujacic. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Derek Williams. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. The dish to Barnes. Golden State moving it around. Bogut back up on top. Feeds it to Barnes. Stolen by Vujacic. And a fast break now for New York. Oh, wow.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Here's Curry with the 3. The long-distance 3 is buried. Curry's got 10 points here in the second half.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Moves back up. And it's sent back by Bogut. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. It's stolen by Anthony. And now the Knicks on the break. And Williams slams it in. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh?
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Here's Curry with the 3. The long-distance 3 is buried. Curry's got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for the Warriors. Here's Calderon. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
And the Knicks making a change here. Aflalo's checked in. Bogut with a screen on Aflalo. And Thompson kicks to Bogut. To the paint. Stolen away. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his second foul of the game.
The second half hasn't gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had 1 before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Thompson for the triple. Knicks trailed by 4. And Aflalo Kicks to Anthony. On the wing, Williams. He tries for three.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
It's Thompson off the drive. Green. Cannot hit. Williams with the defensive effort. From deep at Flalo. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Green inside the three-point line. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Warriors lead by 6. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Barnes is checked in for the Warriors. Both free throws good from Anthony.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Curry passes to Green. Down low. It's picked off. Goes up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you got to take it and make it.
Deflects the pass. Shot clock at 3. Good.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
Sinks it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
.27 seconds left in the fourth. It's Curry with the drive. Green dishes to Curry. Sinks it.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
16 seconds left in the game. Anthony's shot is off. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. And there's the foul. It's on Aaron Aflalo. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, Kev, that took forever. I don't know what took him so long, but the coaching staff can't be pleased with that right now.
Thompson for the triple. And he gets it to go. And now a 7-point Warrior lead.
And they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there,